Welcome everybody to the A.M.P podcast show. All my people, African made product, alpha male product, however you want to put it. I did a last show, my volume was too low, hope I got it fixed now. But like I said, I want to do a show twice a week at least. Twice a week, so we can stay informed on what's going on. So without further ado, let me get some birthday shout outs. Well, my birthday was February 25th, turned 50. My grandma's birthday, Hannibal Smith, February. Lakeisha Smith, Pam Smith. My man Spunk birthday. Kendall Lennon. EJ Godfrey. More people. We got birthdays coming up in March. A lot of birthdays coming up in March. I'm going to give a birthday shout out to my father for one thing. His birthday is coming up March 4th, turned 75. Johnny L. McCoy. Johnny Lee McCoy, for anybody around in the hood. My Aunt Hazeline Smith. Shay McCoy. William C.Dale Beatty and his wife Val birthday. My cousin Tony McCoy. Linda Carter Daniels, Kim Wright Holmes, Dwight Campbell, Tiffany Prison, Birch, okay, and there's many more. Let me see, I'm trying to give as many birthday shout outs as I can before I start the show. Like we got Joe Ward, Joe Bird, my son Anthony McCoy Jr., Karan McCoy, his birthday is in March. Detra Ward, Jonah McCoy, Smiley Butler, my cousin Deanna, so quite a few in March, and I can't, Daria Green, Daria McCoy, I'm sorry. I can't see all of them though, but everybody who have a birthday in March and February, my Pisces, my Aquarius, happy birthday, and a big shout out to you. We got some events going on too, coming up. Well, you know about the Azalea Festival and other stuff though, but I have some local events. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. So without further ado, let me start the show. Once again, my name is A.M.P. McCoy. This is the A.M.P podcast show. All my people, it's Friday, March the 1st. Hope y'all had a good holiday, not holiday, but a good weekend, a good February, a good holiday, a good Black History Month holiday. The whole month was our holiday. So hope everybody is doing good. Let's get into it. First coming up, let's get into the politics. We got election time coming up. We got Biden, Trump, and Cornel West. Most of y'all don't know who Cornel West is. He's probably the best candidate. He is the best candidate that's running for president. The Democrat don't want you to know who he is because if you hear him, they feel like you're going to vote for him, and that's taking votes from Joe Biden. The Republicans don't want to put him out there for you to hear what he has to say because he'll make Trump look even dumber. Joe Biden can't do that. Joe Biden can't speak clearly enough to make Trump look dumb, and that shouldn't be too hard though, but he can't do it. He's too old, and I know some people saying too old is not politically correct though, but he's 81, 82 years old. Nobody 81, 82 years old should be flying around different cities, staying in different hotel rooms, giving speeches and stuff. That's too old. We trying to kill him as a president. But I can't tell you who to vote for, left or right, or down the middle with Cornel West. Me, myself, I'm voting for Cornel West. So I can't tell you that. I'm voting for Cornel West. He's the best person. He stands on truth and justice. Trump, Biden, if Cornel West do not make it because he is a third-party candidate, then I can't see myself voting for Biden. Some of us don't know all the ins and outs of politics, so I just say for the basics of it, because a lot of people don't listen to the policies that he is implementing. So I just say the common sense of it is before your salary was a certain amount, and then fuel went out the roof. Food prices went out the roof. The price of anything in Walmart, the stores, furniture, insurance went out the roof whenever Biden came into presidency. Common sense is, if that's not good. I mean, a lot of people talk junk about Trump saying about he's a racist or whatever. All of them racist. Not even Trump said I'm the least racist one in here. But to me, all of them racist, or all of them have, all of them racist. So put that aside. Let's talk about our money and what is important to us. We are poor now because of our pay wages stayed the same while the price of everything went sky high. Inflation is sky high. And all they're going to do on the next election is the Democrats, because we as black people always vote Democrats. They don't have to offer or give us nothing. Every other group or religious or political or any kind of group that wants something from the government, which we pay taxes to, they the candidate has to offer them something for their vote. Black people is the opposite. We blindly vote Democratic every time, all the time, like it's the thing to do. I stated one time why we do vote Democrat, because back in the 60s and really before the 60s we were Republicans, but because the Democrats had the labor laws as far as working jobs, and we wanted to protect our jobs and not get fired for no reason at all or have the right to work, we joined the Democratic Party. That was the party then of the most racist people there were. The most racist J-E, I don't want to finish spelling it because YouTube will, they'll pull it down. But the most racist Ku Klux Klan members, the most racist people in a party was in the Democratic Party. We joined their party to protect our jobs. So whatever they came and threw at us, we just been taking it. 3 strikes and you out, crime law, bringing drugs into our communities, and then giving us the 3 strikes and you out crime law. The policy of women can get assistance as long as the black man is not in a home with his own kids. Breaking up the black homes. The abortion was set. Margaret, I want to say Thatcher, or I don't know Margaret, I don't want to get her name wrong though, but if you read her book or her writings, she put the abortions in our neighborhoods to get rid of us, brown people. Most of the policies that's out there were put in law through Democrats. Now Republicans, on the other hand, they're not going to stop them. But all of the laws that hurt us as a people, as black people, has come through the Democratic president or candidates, or not even candidates, even lawmakers. Because Joe Biden passed a whole lot of laws that hurt us, and way before he was president. So basically, we need to have a gut check, and we just voting for our own demise. Plain and simple. Once we change our votes up, then they're going to realize that they have to do stuff and offer stuff to us to get our vote. But right now, we just blindly voting Democrat for no reason at all. All we can say to vote Democrat is Trump racist. Trump racist. Yeah, but Trump racist. Well, you're getting poorer and poorer while abortions, the fentanyl, the wars going on. We spending more money in wars, and each candidate on the Democratic Party offer some kind of form of reparation, except for Joe Biden. When he was running in 2020, he didn't even have to say anything about reparations, and we still blindly. He was the only one who didn't even offer black people as a whole some kind of reparations, whether it's in the criminal form or this and that. He didn't offer us nothing, and he still got our vote, and he still won as far as the black people. Just goes to show that we blindly vote Democrat. We killing our own self. Plain and simple. Okay, the media. Whether you are in a small town in North Carolina or you in California, if a cop gets shot in the leg in Louisiana, both places are going to see that on the same local news and nightly news. They find that bad news to bring to us, no matter where it's at. Mostly it's over in other countries. Most of our local news is about other countries. Back in the day, we would have local news stations go out and talk to the people and ask them their opinion on the president, their opinion on this, their opinion on that. They don't do that no more. Basically, now they tell us our opinion, and they don't even ask. There's something too called the boule, black boule. It's basically a buffer between the rich white supremacy, the regular black people, and there's that buffer of the educated blacks that they have been used to calm us down whenever there's an uproar, or hand out food like the rest of them do, but don't offer us a basic plan or jobs as far as manufacturing. You'd be surprised how many people that's so-called rich and successful and don't have a product in the store that you can go in there and buy, whether it's a celebrity or rapper or whatever. They don't have, so their money is not, or they don't have longevity as far as their money. I don't care if it's Oprah. There ain't too many stores you can go into and find a product that Oprah makes. TV, it's not a product. I mean, it's a product though, but you know what I'm saying? It's not a physical product. So basically, the news media is owned by a group of people called the Legacy Group, and they control probably 90% of the media that we get in America, whether it's newspaper or on the media. So they control what we think about and what we talk about in the barbershops, by what they put on their TV. Things can be going on very, 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 very important to us, and they'll show something else, a bouncing ball of maybe a cop getting jumped in New York by some immigrants, and we'll talk about that for the longest. And at the same time, things like people that's on trial for pedophile or big crimes, we'll stop hearing about it, and then we hear later on that they got dismissed, or the charges was dropped or something. But we got to stop following the bouncing ball of the media. The media is not on our side. The one thing Trump did have right, he ain't never been on the black people's side. I ask my people all the time, when did we start trusting the media? Because in the 50s and 60s and 40s, they never gave us a fair shake, telling our story the right way, or to even getting it right on the stories in the media. I'm talking like local news media and the national media. So when did we start trusting them? They're rocking us to sleep. That's what they're doing. My next topic is about the morning talk shows. Morning talk shows for the people who get up in the morning doing stuff, job, or going to school, or taking people to school, or taking people to work, or just up in the morning and listen to the our local talk shows. I get up in the morning and I'm up most early in the morning, so I catch most talk shows when they come on at 6 o'clock in the morning. And one thing I noticed is that, white talk shows in the morning are what they say they are. They are talk shows. They come on in the morning and they inform you of things that happened last night or the day before that, and they give you information. Too many or all, well, I didn't say all, because I don't hear all black morning stations though, but I would say too many of them in the morning, they just keep playing music. Out of 4 hours, maybe if you add it all up, 3 hours of it is music and commercials and little jingles and stuff. The time that we should be getting our information, like other people are getting their information early in the morning, we're getting to hear the same songs, booty scratching, dancing, whatever songs at 6-7:30 in the morning. Why would you even want to hear that kind of stuff that early in the morning? It don't really make sense. But like I say, we got say for instance, the Breakfast Club. they are, to me, half ratchet, half conscious. They give us some good conscious stuff. At the same time, they go ratchet on us. It's kind of like they'll say some positive stuff, and then go to the music, and the music be demonic or ratchet or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like a preacher giving a good sermon and then leaving the church with two girls on his arms. You know, they usher in a lot of stuff slowly into our youth. That's what really into them is the youth. Like they had topics about, I heard one time about what Charlamagne was talking about, which one should you put first in your life, your wife or your mother? Basically, in a nutshell, they were saying that, you know, which one comes first, or blah blah blah, your wife or your mother. And anybody who mama's still here or mama still ain't, who mama is gone right now physically, that don't even make sense, because you could put your wife in front of your mother, and then 2 months or 2 years down the road, y'all get divorced, and she with another man. You only get one mama. You get stepmamas, you get mama that can raise you. That's the same thing. You only get one of them. But as far as a wife, you can get a lot of wives. So you can love your wife. You love her to death and everything though, but as far as putting her in front of your mama, because your mama always gonna be there, no matter if you have 3 or 4 wives. And you can't put 3 or 4 wives in front of your mama, because after a while your mama gonna get tired of you putting somebody in front of her if she's a good mama, and that's it. So I say that to say this, don't fall for a lot of stuff that the Breakfast Club try to persuade the youth into, whether it's this transgender or whatever kind of stuff. Don't fall for that stuff, because they are there to usher in, each one got a job to usher in certain kind of poison to our people. That's plain and simple. Steve Harvey show is mostly skits. He got 4 hours. He do a little something first and something at the end, speaking his mind, but it's mostly skits. That's all it is. Instead of informing the people, skits and old school music. Ricky Smiley, kind of old school music, a bunch of skits. Instead of giving us information, and they keep playing music and these skits, reading letters from people saying something like, Steve or Ricky, my brother and my stepdad sleeping with each other, what should I do, and this and that, whatever. People that even write into them shows, now they're on a certain mental level, I put it that way. But that's about it. We got D.L. Hewley show. He kind of informative, but he still play music more than half the time. So I can't even really put it on him as far as being an informative talk show, because he play too much music. All of them play too much music. We can download that music. We can hear any time of the day we want to for free. And something about DL too. He always talking down on Trump. But don't get it twisted. People who are conscious know you talking down on Trump, and then you saying you're independent, but you don't say nothing bad about Biden. That's your way of getting people not to vote for Trump and to vote for Biden. But it's bad enough you can't never say nothing good about Biden, because you'll look crazy, you know what I'm saying? Acting like he's not too old for the job, acting like food prices ain't the way they are, like gas prices ain't the way they are, like these wars ain't coming out of our pocket as far as billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine and Israel to slaughter people. But anytime Trump name come up, DL is he quick to say Trump this, Trump that, race what. He never talk about Biden, but he just say, oh, I'm independent. So wake up to these daggone morning talk shows. They're not really on our side. They just here to pacify us. Pacify us mean to keep us dancing, keep us gossiping while the world going on, and we need to get prepared for a lot of stuff and protecting our youth, our kids. We need to talk about our food too. We're doing the total opposite when it comes to food and crops and growing our own food. People be doing the total opposite. And whoever I say this to and it catches a ear and they change their ways, that's why I'm saying this. But we need to grow our own food. I know it's easier said than done. Some people don't have a good sized backyard or a field to grow their own food in, but you'd be surprised at the people that will let you grow something in their fields. There's a lot of older people that's too old right now to get out in the field like they used to. And if you just ask them, I'm quite sure a lot of them will let you plant some in their fields. But we need to grow our own food. Back in the day, I said it before, my grandmother them had a big family, but when you got one cow to slaughter, 2 pigs to slaughter a year, a chicken coop, and some crops, you don't really worry about food. And the food is the best thing for you, the healthiest food for you. You have big kids, big healthy kids, and you know what you're feeding your animals because you feed them slop out of slop bucket. If you don't know what a slop bucket is, ask somebody else. But you know what's going in the cows or the pig system, and it ain't no chemicals, no hormone shots, or no hormone foods or any kind of bad fertilizer. Whatever you use their fertilizer to grow your crops in your field. God gave us all this stuff, and we sit here acting stupid, and that's why we sit here with all these diseases and dying and stuff. It's our fault. Basically, if you look at it, we go in the same grocery store, the same Sam's or same Walmart's, whatever, eat like everybody else eat, the same food they eat, but we got way more heart problems, way more cholesterol problems, way more blood pressure problems. It affects us different. We have way more strokes because we cannot eat that food like everybody else eating. We should know better. God taught us better. And that's part of our punishment. And that's why we are affected more. People say we fry too much, whatever. Everybody fry their food. Everybody in America cook their food the same way. And certain people, it's not a certain race that eat healthier. Some black people eat healthier, vegans or whatever. Some white people don't eat the same way. But for the majority, off the East Coast and these flyover states, with these Indiana, all these little poor states, whatever, everybody eat the same. But as black people, it affects our body different. We got to wake up to that. We got to start growing our food back. We got to start growing our own food. I mean, if you're going to grow it in flower pots or whatever, grow your own vegetables, grow your own herbs. We got to take that back because we're killing our own selves. Okay, let's talk about, I said earlier about how they use our celebrities to march in demonic ways, and hopefully they wanted to stick. We got celebrities that's doing all kinds of things, and you know, from ones that's men want to be pregnant, women want another woman to have their baby, and from this, but they use our so-called celebrities to march it in, and it works on some people now. Don't get it twisted. It's some people it works on. I see a lot of people out there doing the white face, the white face filters on these podcasts and on social media. It works. Celebrity, look at our biggest celebrity like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? His kids, whatever. We're supposed to believe that, even our biggest entertainer don't want to have kids by black women, whatever. You got to read between the lines and see the little stuff that they trying to put in our heads. You know what I'm saying? We have so many black celebrities that's beautiful to me and cute, and go out and get faces on facelifts, and it go bad. That's God. God got his way of smacking you on the wrist. I put it that way. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing something, you ain't supposed to be doing, he got ways of smacking you on the wrist. And they're using a lot of our celebrities. You can't name too many celebrities that have a black wife or a black husband that's on TV nowadays. You can't. I'm not saying nothing wrong with interracial, because I have aunts, you know what I'm saying, and I love them to death. But you can tell a real interracial relationship from the TV kind, because most times they only last for a couple of years, and it's all to persuade us. Plain and simple. I ain't finna stretch it out to make it sound something deeper than what it is, though. But they want us to see this interracial thing as the way of the future. My father did tell me one time that everybody's gonna be beige in America soon. And he said it before this stuff started happening. And he kind of right, because if you look at most newscasters on nightly news, NBC, whatever, you can't tell what race they are. The men, they bald headed, no facial hair, they beige, they cream, whatever. The women about the same way. You can't tell what race they are. I mean, there's something going on. I mean, if y'all know more than what I know, let me know, because I don't like to be behind. And I say that to say this: there is a war on our black women in America. That leads into, like, you see most athletes, most black celebrities, they don't have a white wife. That's the kind of insult whenever your mom's is a strong, or your mom is a black woman. That's kind of a little bit insult, you know what I'm saying? Whenever it's obvious that, for the one that it is obvious that you're going out to get you a white woman. Back in the day, we had shows, the Good Times, the Sanford and Son, Family Matters. A lot of sitcom shows back then had dark-skinned women, dark-skinned men, everything, all over the, most of them did, because they cared about how good someone was an actor, not really about how or if there was a sex symbol or not. But that changed now, though. It changed. I don't know if it changed around the time, I guess, whenever the Aunt Vivian's changed on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Went from dark to light, and ever since then, you don't see too many dark-skinned women or men on TV no more. Sports, or on movies or sitcoms. A lot of ones you do see, especially on movies, you'd be surprised they're not African Americans. I mean, they British or English or whatever. No knock on that, though, but you'd be surprised until you really see. I don't care if it's the Bob Marley movie, the girl that played the little sister on Black Panther, Idris Elba. A lot of people you don't know until they talk. I mean, and that's good saying they're getting jobs too, though, but something up, though. Something is up whenever our dark-skinned or brown-skinned women here in America can't get jobs, and men can't get jobs as far as acting on major roles. And if they do get a job, they're getting pennies to the dollar. That's crazy. I mean, that's the way I've been seeing it. They get pennies to the dollar as far as compared to other actors. They are doing better movies, they're doing better roles, they're doing better jobs as actors, but they're getting pennies to the dollars. I had my nephews and my grandson and my other nephews and little cousin with me the other day, and I asked them, do they know who Malcolm X was? Surprisingly, nah, ain't neither one of them. It was 4 of them. Ain't nobody know. There is a plan, there is a process, there is, I don't know what to call it though, but they are keeping Malcolm X out of the history books. They're keeping him off of TV. They're keeping him out of the minds of our youth so that our youth would not know who he is. And it is working. It is working. They talk about anybody else for Black History Month. They'll skim cross his name. If his name or picture is in Black History, they'll skim cross it. They won't go in deep like Martin Luther King. Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party are the antidote. They are the opposite. They are the cure to white supremacy. White supremacy cannot exist in the same space as black consciousness and the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers was going around making sure that their communities were safe at night. They were making sure their communities had some kind of stores, grocery store, community store in it. They were making sure that their kids had after school special to go to as far as learning after school and giving out free meals and everything. That's the opposite of what the white supremacy wanted our neighborhood and community to be. So therefore, and even Malcolm X, say for instance, the bus movement in Alabama, and whenever they wouldn't let her sit in the front, which she was not the first one. It was a dark-skinned girl that was pregnant that it happened to first, but they didn't want to use her as the, how can I say, the face for that movement. The boule, like I spoke about before, the black boule, whatever, they play a major role in a lot of our history, and some of it is slowing us down and holding us back, and they got rewarded for it. But I say this to say this. Let me go back to Malcolm X. Say the Alabama boycott movement, and we were down there protesting, walking, we going to eat in restaurants, we're not going to ride a bus, whatever. Martin comes down there, he calms everybody down, the black, the white, let them know that we're not going to ride a bus, if they don't change their racist ways. It worked. They changed their racist ways, and we were able to ride in the front, the back, and even drive the bus after that. Okay, say if Malcolm would have came down, Malcolm would have convinced the people down there to, okay, forget them and their school and their buses. We're going to build our own buses. We're going to build our own restaurants. So we have our own. Right now in Alabama, if you check the stats, I believe it's more than 70-something% population down there is black in that same town. But in that same town, over 90% of the businesses is owned by white people. Some people didn't catch the whole story and the stats right there, but that's kind of what happens sometimes whenever you don't go and build your own. You not big, that's the wrong word, because Malcolm is a very respectful, a great leader. I understand his way of what he was doing, because we would have got killed as far as the numbers and the guns they had. But that's what happens whenever you get our people to give them our money so they can build bigger and more and better business, whenever we could have done it our own self, and our business would slowly grow and we could send our kids to college. And that's what I feel about Malcolm, and that's one of the reasons why they do not want our youth or our people to even think about Malcolm or the Black Party movement, because that's the opposite of white supremacy. That's black people owning their own community, owning their own businesses, and relying on their own self. That's the main reason. So it's up to you to educate your own people, your own youth, your own kids, your own nephews, nieces, or whatever, of who Malcolm was and what he stood for. Because we need that right now. We need it bad. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up with a little bit of, I want to thank the people out there that are doing something. One of the easiest things in the world to do is to pay your money and complain. Sometimes some people don't even pay their money. They just go to something and complain. I want to give a big props, a big hand clap, a big shout out to the people out there who are doing stuff. It might seem small to you, or to other people, it should seem small to you. But for the people out there that are hosting events, throwing outside parties, cookouts, how can I say it, any kind of event far as for the people to come and either pay or enjoy themselves. It takes a certain kind of person to do that. The average person don't care, or they're too scared to go out there and do something for the people. Little cuz said, you was one time doing party promotions. You was really getting good at it. That was might have been your calling, and you got sidetracked or whatever, and you stopped doing it. That's what life is and test is. God if you ask for something, if you ask for it, God gonna give you that in a certain way, but He also gonna test you. When He give it to you, He gonna throw certain obstacles in your way or whatever, and see if you're gonna stay focused. But just to if you watch this, get back on your job as far as being a promoter. But this is for anybody that's throwing anything or doing something for the people. Chris Wilcox was paying tuition over there at Southeastern for kids. Larrell Merkson was doing he do toys for Christmas. He do his camp during the summertime. He bring other athletes with him. MLK, anybody as far as the MLK, as far as the people uptown who be cooking out for people, giving out food, the MLK Day in Mount Olive, anything that you doing out there for other people, big props. Or for people out there that's trying stuff in life. We only live once. If you want to write a book, you doing that, or if you're doing something, I give you big props, okay? Because you're not the average person. The average person, like I say, doing the easy thing, and that's sit back, paying their money, and they're either going to complain or praise you. It's easy for a lot of them to complain, but don't let that bother you. Keep doing your thing. Keep staying positive, and keep doing your thing for the people, okay? Give people something to come out and do whatever. And I say that to say this. We have a building down here in Mount Olive, and we offer anybody that want to do something like 4-H or the Cub Scouts for the kids. You can name it something different. Don't name it the Cub Scouts got a bad rep. You know, they say they want to follow little kids and stuff. So we can do exactly what they was doing, teaching kids how to go camping, teach kids how to go out and do stuff, teaching boys how to be young men, tying ties, tying shoes up, tying knots, go hiking or whatever. I got a friend, Aka Huntley. She offered me her school bus. Anytime I got CDLs, we can take the kids on trips. If it ain't no more than 2 or 3 counties over, or do something with them every 3 weeks or once a month, whatever. But we as grown people, we owe it to our kids to give them the best future or the best childhood that we can. It don't take a lot of money. You can go walking with your kids in the woods nowadays and they have the best time. Or you can spend some time with somebody else's kid who daddy or mother ain't here no more because these damn pills that everybody want to take. These kids need programs like Big Brother, Big Sister. And that's what this building is here for. We got, we can fit about 75, 60 if you fat, you know what I'm saying? We got a stage in there, we got a few tables in there and everything. If you want to do some activities, whatever though, but it's free to charge if you just want to do something for the kids or for the older people, okay? That's what it's here for. That's what we here for. Like I say, they have 4-H around here. 4-H is once a month only in Tar Heel. That's like so far away from everybody else. It shouldn't be that way. If you're a grown person, I don't have all the time because of my career and my family. Not my other family, but in my family. But I would help out as much as I can. If you want to be what they call them, den leader or whatever, I'll be assistant and help out whatever. Or you want to be something in the Big Brother, I will be there. Days you can't be there on time, I'll make way for somebody to be there. Or it might just be 4 or 5 of us, more grown-ups than we need. But that's the better part of it. If we have more grown-ups than we need, hit me up in my Facebook inbox or whatever, and we can just sit down and maybe once a month, we can have a meeting of grown people that's positive, grown people that want to do something for the community and for the kids. And we can set up schedules and set up people, 3 or 4 to a group for helping out girls. Girls need it too. Girls need mentoring. Girls need a big sister type thing. They need that. But that's what we here for. I'm here for. The community center here for. The village is here for. And like I say, I'm going to try to bring y'all news twice a week of what's going on. I'm going to have more local news of what's going on next time. Not really what's going on though, but I'm going to stroll down the YouTube lane and see what everybody is I'm talking about on YouTube and see what's talking about on TV and stuff. But I'm still going to come with what I feel like we needed to know. Okay? If I hear something from another TV or book or whatever, I'm going to try to bring that to y'all. Okay? 'Cause I know everybody not gonna read books or look at documentaries, whatever. But you need the information. You need information. Sorry it's been taking so long. If I have any kinks, any mess up, whatever, or I misspoken, please excuse me though. But I don't even care no more. Okay, I'm 50. I'm an old man now. All right. So I'm telling my truth now. Like I said, we're gonna have more shows. If you have a topic that you want me to talk about that I ain't thinking about or I ain't thought about what's going on, and it could benefit us, inbox me. A.M.P. podcast show on Facebook or A.M.P. podcast. I'm on Twitch, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? My daughter did it for me. I don't know what that stuff is, whatever though. But I know about Facebook. If you want to leave a message, okay? Any kind of topic, leave a message, and I also can have you on the show. Just let me know that you want to be on the show and what topic it is, and we can do 15-20 minutes of you on the show too. All right, other than that, I enjoyed you. Hope you enjoyed me. Like I always say, you gotta do good to be considered a good person. Just because you're not a bad person or you don't do bad, don't make you a good person. That makes you alive. Okay? Do good. You got 10 fingers, 10 toes. If you can do good by others, and God take care of you. I learned that, and that's my motto too. But I appreciate everybody, and everybody be safe. Like I said, I'm gonna do this 2 weeks. If I don't do it, and you see me in public, talk junk to me, okay? All right, peace. Everybody be safe.